Trey Gowdy moves to destroy Obama's shadow government. Support him? Trey Gowdy is currently working hard for the freedom and security of every single American. Gowdy wants to take down the shadow government once and for all. During an interview on Fox News, Gowdy had some choice questions for the intelligence community. He wanted to know who's been accessing the private information of citizens and who has the ability to unmask them. Gowdy pledged not to vote to reauthorize any kind of surveillance program until he gets real substantial answers about the shadow government via real politics. It's high time we got some answers as to what's really going on behind the scenes. You have to give Gowdy props for stepping up and doing what so many others are afraid to do: stand up to Obama's deep state spies. We've known for a while now that they are watching President Trump and his associates. The question remains whether they are lurking now. We have a hunch. Now that the election is over, the spies didn't go back into their holes to find peace and quiet. These shady criminals are still watching and they're still listening. As Americans, we deserve to have a sense of safety and security. The Obama administration robbed us of that freedom. Once everyone learned about how much power the intelligence community had, we all became concerned. The government has proven that they can and will listen to any call at any time, and they'll unmask your name without thinking twice. It's not acceptable behavior, and we shouldn't have to deal with it. Gowdy let everyone know that the patriots of this country are with them. These criminals will be stopped, and soon. How much more information does the shadow government have squirreled away ready to use at a moment's notice? It really causes alarm, especially when you consider how much information we store online and our mobile devices. When Gowdy spoke with Fox News, support for him rippled through the network and onto the airwaves. Gowdy said, "We are not going to reauthorize these surveillance programs. If the American people are not satisfied, their security is going to be safeguarded." Gowdy went on to say, "I want to know who is making that request. What is the evidentiary basis of that request? And if it's late in your tenure, like the day before you leave office, that should send off alarms and sirens as to why that person did it." This speech was his way of calling out Obama without saying it directly. We all knew who he was talking about. It's about time we have someone stand up for our right to privacy. We have such limited privacy as it stands now. Why should the former administration and its spies be able to listen to our conversations? Now that we know the intelligence community will be held accountable if this happens again, we can all sleep a little easier. Let's take a quick listen.
You were asking questions about the unmasking. What were you going for there?
We're not going to reauthorize these surveillance programs if the American people are not satisfied that their security is going to be safeguarded. So leaks are one issue. The unmasking within the intelligence community, that is a privilege to be able to request that a U.S. person's name be unmasked. And I want to know who's making the request, what is the evidentiary basis of that request, and if it's late in your tenure, like the day before you leave office, that should send off alarms and sirens in your head as to why that person did it.
Okay, two more specific questions on that. Do you have evidence that the Obama administration abused the unmasking and the procedures under the law?
I don't have a good definition for the word abuse. I need to know what the policies and procedures are, and I need to know the full universe of unmasking requests. Were any denied? Were some granted with very scant evidentiary basis? I don't want to accuse any administration of doing something until I have access to the facts, but it is certainly legitimate lane of inquiry.
So you're saying it's a possibility?
It is a possibility among lots of other possibilities, including that they follow the policies and follow the procedures. I want to know if there are certain trends. Were there more requests at the end? Were certain
At the
people
end of the
making requests?
administration, okay, got it.
Yes, sir.
Last question then, and then I've got to run it. I thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe this is how the Obama team could have spied on the Trump team? Is that a possibility or not?
I don't want to use the word spy because the unmasking, while very important, unmaskings that don't result in leaks is one category of internal deliberation. The unmaskings that result in leaks of classified information, that's a crime. So I want to be fair to the president. I'm not going to accuse him or anyone of spying until I have all the unmaskings, until we have an end to the leak investigation.
There's a lot to go through. I hope you come back, okay? Trey,
Yes, sir.
thank you for your time.
Yeah, he didn't want to come right out and say it. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.